And just like that, we're into it. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. Hope you're all having a great Saturday. Welcome into the qualifier number 1 for the Raven Court Team League. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, it is Big Black Cats. On the right is Bobby Kotick Fan Club. We're going to Sky Temple for map number 1 of the day. The map bans were the crew of Big Black Cats, I believe. Banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Infernal Shrines. Curse Hollow and Battlefield of Eternity were banned out by Bobby Kotick Fan Club. And Sky Temple will kick things off with a Vikings ban. I do believe this is the standard style of Heroes of Storm draft. There's no Meta Madness drafting. There's no tournament bans from my understanding. Best of 5 group stage games madness. Well, like I think it was like the qualifying game. I don't know. It's the I'm just here to cast games. I'm just here to cast games. Vala will be banned away. Lucia removed as well. We got a Zarya out of here. Some more unique bans than typically we see. And let's see what we got here. Oh, also, if you want to join the Raven Court Discord, if you want to check out stuff about the tournament, if you want to check out the prize pool, !Raven. That'll get you all the links you need. Blaze first pick on the side of Bobby Kotick Fan Club. Crazy. An early Garrosh into Anduin. Alright. And that is going to open up the opportunity for things like Genji Light Bomb. It also does deny things of dive composition since Garrosh wants to throw people out of position. And it looks like Blaze, Brightwing, Falstead. We got a Cho'Gall set up here on the side of Bobby Kotick Fan Club. I guess it's like, what tank do you want to ban? Could get rid of Muradin here. Get rid of that Stormbolt. I don't think Medivh is being is a consideration here. Like, toss into Chastise. Yeah, I mean, Portal would be nice to save some allies, but I don't think it's going to be a Medivh ban. Sylvanas will be removed. Sorry, I'm still waking up. Sylvanas will be removed, and a target ban Zul Jin. Interesting. Well, if the games go fast enough, I can catch the Donkey Kong Country 3 run. No, I don't think I'll be able to. Anyways. So. Genji up and available. Anduin Light Bomb plus Genji is a very common thing. Not sure what these teams are going to be running, but we do have a Dahaka Cassia. I like the Cassia. Could be a Valkyrie game. Possibility of fishing is pretty nice. Though, as I say that, there's a lot of defensive tools or abilities to be able to get away. Barrel roll away, blink heal away, bunker from Blaze for a little bit of a safety buffer. I doubt this is a Cho'Gall, but a man can dream. There's the Muradin. We'll see a Li Ming with that as well. That is a big cat. Thank you, Raka. Last pick on the left-hand side. Still could go into the Genji if they wanted. Could go into a Mage here. Could look at a Jaina if they want to go for some burst potential. Chromie poke isn't bad. Mephisto could be a nice dive tool to poke at some of the enemies. But I honestly think that it's just going to be a Genji. Like, it seems like it works out with the composition, gives you the mobility, gives you the poke, gives you the harass. Oh! Alright. Wow, Genji hasn't made it into a game and he wasn't banned out. Crazy. Let's go ahead and get us into a map number 1. I mean, you are very right with that, Raka. You're very right with that. Which team wins Sky Temple? Let's see if Twitch will allow me to have Big Black Cat as a prediction. It does. Okay, wonderful. That's good. Alrighty. Let's get into this, everyone. Map number 1 of the day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for swinging through. We've got, I believe it's 3 best of 3s today. I want to say. Oh, we need one of these as well. There you go. Now people know to gamble. Left-hand side of the map, we're heading into Sky Temple. First map of the day in this first best of 3. We got hard on the Garrosh. Isinma, I can't read their name correctly. Is going to be your gray main. Gara Power X, I think, is going to be your Cassia. Link on the Anduin, and we've got a Splice Dahaka. What an easy name to say. Like Link. Right side, we've got Bobby Kotick Fan Club. We got Aowa, will be your Falstad. Ixer's on the Brightwing. Mal on the Muradin. Tobos will be playing the Li Ming. Virtual on Blaze. And last but not least, I got everybody. Thought I missed a character. Thought I missed a player there. I did not at all. What do we got here? Charge Strikes level 1, Dahaka Enhanced Agility. We've got Power Hunger for Li Ming. Dwarf Block for Muradin. Hyper Shift, Brightwing. Unrivaled Strength for our Garrosh. Even-Handed Blessing. Pretty standard stuff across the board. Auto Attack for Falstad, no Q build. Dahaka chilling up in the bush over here, as Blaze will match into him. A little bit of a scuffle over here around the Siege Giant camp. It doesn't look like Muradin's going to be taken down, as Falstad barrel rolls in to throw out a hammering and get a couple auto attacks to zone back the enemy. A little bit of a displacement on a Muradin. Dwarf tosses away. Gets those 75 block stacks. Greymane keeping the inner beast active through the minion wave. Little Gilnean splash onto Brightwing. Got some double soak rotations from mid to bottom. But in that rotation right now, we're going to be having both teams grabbing Siege Giant camp. Muradin checking the bush with a Stormbolt. Garrosh is going to seed. Garrosh and Muradin going to have this little interaction, and oh, actually, it does kind of seem like the crew of Bobby Kotick Fan Club do want to step in and try and invade this camp, but none of that will be had. Bottom lane Siege Camp from the side of our red squad does push in to about halfway. Brightwing Falstad trying to push that up a little bit further, as this is going to be enemy Siege Giant camp cleared out. I don't think Garrosh will be able to do much here, outside of maybe throw an allied... Use the ally toss on the Siege Giant so that Falstad can't clear it. Uh-oh. Garrosh literally cornering himself, but he was fine. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Thought it was going to be a lot more sketchy than it was. Not the case whatsoever. Phase shift from Brightwing. Looking to see. Okay, she's just going to be joining into Li Ming in the top right to grab this camp. Greymane on the left-hand side will finish out his Bruiser camp. And we got our first objective phase in about 45 seconds here up for contest. We'll see the announcement in about 10 or so from now. Level 4s being here. Nothing crazy to note. Yeah, everything seems normal. Magic Spit for Brightwing gets the extra range, but you also get cooldown reduction. Krankle has left the game. I think that was one of the observers, so I don't think we have to worry about an in-game pause on the way. Piercing Light Chastise, picked up by the Anduin level 4, seeing if he can get some more stacks on that, or get any stacks. Indomitable activated by the Garrosh, lands a Groundbreaker onto the enemies. Cassia fending in. Enemy toss onto the Muradin. Chastise does connect. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze creates a little bit of space for that Muradin to dwarf toss away as Li Ming continues to rain in magic missiles. And it's looking really good to start here. What's up, Stark? How you doing? Lifeman Lucifer, thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, bud. I don't have follower-only mode on still, do I? I'm pretty sure I turned that off. Turn that off after Battle Aces on Thursday, I'm pretty sure. Greymane jumps in, little Stormbolt from Muradin, breaks Cassia's connection, is able to walk away to the right. Falstad flying up, looking to join into the ally. 7 talents here, advantage for the slight moment. A small leap of faith saves the Cassia from any extra harm, as our first objective phase is looking pretty good for Bobby Kotick Fan Club. Hammering poke, drag attempt, no connection onto the enemies. Last few shots, we'll go over to Big Black Cat. We've got top lane completely grabbed by Blaze here as he pushes things out with the Adrenaline Stim Pack active. Dahaka may be looking for a drag, doesn't land it onto this Blaze. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Li Ming's having to blink back just to play safe here. We got 10 talents here coming up soon, so let's go ahead and cycle through those other numbers. Get an idea of what the damage, healing, and experience looks like so far in map number 1 of our first best of 3 of the day. I believe we've got 3 best of 3s coming at you today, so got a lot of fun for all of you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. And as Stark just did, be sure to check out the exclamation Raven for the Raven Court information on the tournament, the prize pool, and if you want to look at the bracket or the Liquipedia, exclamation bracket. Toss on to Muradin, jet propulsion from Blaze. Hard is getting chunked here. And First Blood, almost 5 minutes in, goes over to the side of Bobby Kotick fan club as they find the double kill. Jet propulsion to Dahaka as he burrows under the ground. Splice fine for the time being, and the camp invade will go over to the crew of our red squad. Next objective phase is going to be bottom lane. Should be coming up soon. Siege Giants that were grabbed earlier from the right side, raining in rocks through the bottom lane, opening things up. Bottom lane, of course, will shoot into bottom structures, since those are still up and available based on the mechanics of Sky Temple here. We're waiting for our 10 talents here on the right-hand side. Let's see what they're able to grab. Anything unique, maybe? Over in NA and stuff. I'd say mostly in NA. We've been seeing a lot more Haymaker. I wouldn't say popularized particularly by Porky, but Porky has played a lot of Haymaker and has made it look really good. Some other teams during the last tournament we had were also trying to experiment with the Haymaker as well. So maybe, just maybe, that'll make its way into EU. But Greymane and Blaze will be traded here. Different team fights. We got Greymane in top lane going down to that Falstad. Blaze here in mid, as you saw, did get picked off. Bunker, Wave of Force, Blink, Heal, Gust, and an Avatar for Muradin on the left-hand side. It's going to be Isolation, Warlord's Challenge, Light Bomb, of course. Cassie, are we going Valkyrie or are we going Ball Lightning? What are we thinking about here? And it's going to be Ball Lightning. The map has been pretty brawly. And Greymane's holding level 10. Oh. Apologies. Brightwing is able to take down the Dahaka in top lane. That Magic Spec extra range helping out. Get that last little bit of damage in. And it seems like the Bobby Kotick fan club will trade objective phase for the time being for this top lane fort. Meanwhile, though, Greymane and Cassie are going to make a faster work of this bottom lane fort, which will mean we get some tower shots over into mid. Bobby Kotick fan club going to try and continue to rampage through top lane. They'll steal away this camp as well. Blaze doing his best to defend in bottom. Turns out if you played 2,000 games of Avatar, you find a way to pick Haymaker. Yeah, true. An attempt to take down Dahaka in top lane, but he's got his burrow, he's got Lurk Restraint, he's fine for the time being. So while the pressure in top lane continues, it seems like Big Black Cat are calling for a boss in bottom. Blaze will not scout this out. Falstad does have Gust. He's just above all this, but there's no way he's going to be able to discover this in time. Dahaka brush talks in to join the allies. Looks like this is still top lane siege continuing from Bobby Kotick fan club. All right. Warlord's Challenge is denied by a bunker summoning from Blaze. Ally toss onto this Cassia. She charges in with a fend. Looking for the Lightning Fury. Little base race we got going on. Little base race we got going on. Interesting. Muradin Hearth's back. Brightwing has to have phase shift up and available, right? Yeah. They're just going for it, aren't they? They're just going for it, aren't they? Muradin and Blaze are going to try and stop the backs, I'm presuming. They realize this is happening, right? Big Black Cat realizes that they're currently trying to race and they're way behind. All right, it's a good old-fashioned base race here on Sky Temple. And it looks like, well, no, this should be on the left. Cassia does go down, and, all right. 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Fastest map of the tournament so far. Granted, this is the first map of the tournament. All right. Well, that's over. Okay. That was lackluster. That was kind of lackluster. I gotta... You know what? If this is the pace, I will definitely be able to watch the Donkey Kong Country 3 run. If this is the pace we're going at today... That was definitely a choice of things to do. That was definitely a choice of things to do there. Now, one of the redemptions is send player back to tutorial screen, so it's kind of like, you know, the Dark Souls 1 roll credits, so that'll be a fun time. You having hot takes about Elden Ring bosses? What? No, streamer who raged at a boss and then got one shot it. I wouldn't say I raged. I was just loudly upset. Welcome back to the Raven Court Team League. My name's Bahamut. On the left-hand side, it's the Big Black Cats, and on the right is Bobby Kotick Fan Club, who is up in this best-of-3 series in our group stage. First best-of-3 of the day, and another Zarya band to come through. You know, when you walk through a door and you have 1,800 points of health, you have talismans that give you the utmost amount of physical resistance. You got +2 holy resistance. You got the utmost non-physical damage resistance, and you get one shot with 1,800 points of HP. One shot. You walk into the boss arena, he does one attack, and you die. Seems like a really fun boss. Vala, Vikings, Zarya, and Lucio to be banned away. How are we going to kick things off on map number 2? What do the members of Big Black Cats think about doing here to change things up? It was a very fast map number 1, Sky Temple. And it's another Garrosh. Okay. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep playing the thing that works for you. And it seems like this Garrosh player is going to have a lot of early game control onto the enemies and fine with... I guess, like... What's the counterplay into Garrosh, realistically? Garrosh wants to run at you and throw you out of position into a Groundbreaker. So Medivh portals are nice. Ando and Leap of Faith is a good answer as well. You've also got hooks from Stitches. That could be an answer into all of this on top of that. When Garrosh looks to throw an enemy out of position, you can use Ally Hook. Granted, that might be a little difficult to land that hook. Usually you're going through minions or other enemy heroes. So as I said, Medivh can be a quick answer. Having a lot of range poke will be nice, because then Garrosh, you know, he has to try and close that distance, so having a way to constantly whittle him down so he can't step up. Or when he does step up, he's low on HP. Granted, of course, his trait does kick in. ETC is a classic one, but then you have to play ETC. That's true. Johanna's a decent answer as well as a main tank. You know, pop Iron Skin, run at the face of Garrosh. Muradin doesn't really care about being thrown. That's very true. I mean, technically Diablo doesn't, but it's not... Diablo doesn't really want to use Shadow Charge to get back to his allies, so there's that as well. Target ban onto Greyman after last game. Urel, Zagara, Garrosh. This is just going to be range assassins. One range assassin. Sorry. One range assassin and a healer to round out the draft on the left-hand side. Deathwing is really great because you can just stand in front of Garrosh. That's true. We don't see a ton of Deathwing play. It's not like he's bad, but it's also not like he's amazing. So, you know, that's kind of the duality to the situation. Target ban onto Genji, as the Anduin Light Bomb Genji combo would be a thing, but there's still a lot of dive heroes that you could utilize. You could go Johanna Falling Sword. We haven't seen that in what feels like a year plus at this point. I remember getting flamed for not taking Falling Sword in Storm League one time, and it's like, but I'm with a bunch of randos, and do you really think we're going to communicate this? Well, I saw it on CCL, so we should all be able to play at the same level. Li Ming will be grabbed with an Anubarak as well. Okay, I like it. Big dive potential onto the enemies. Anubarak, of course, if he does get thrown out of position, you pop his Carapace. If he goes Shed Exoskeleton, he's got mount speed basically for 3 seconds. What's up, Vita? How you doing today, bud?
For the next thing. Anna checking in.
Oh, that is a, okay. Where is Big Scary Duck? Did I not screenshot it? Oh. 1 second. 1 second. All right. I don't like it. Probius last pick. Probius last pick, huh? I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know how I feel about it. The Savior of Ire. Get your gambles in, chat. Twitch predictions are up and available. Is this going to be a quick 2-0? Let's find out. On the right-hand side, Bobby Kotick Fan Club looking to make this a 2-0 series with a last pick Probius, played by Ixer. Malon and Nubrak, Tobos on the Li Ming, Iowa will be on your Anduin, and I don't speak French. Virtual is going to be playing Blaze. Left-hand side, we're looking at the crew of Big Black Cats looking to try and take us to map number 3. Splice on the Urel. Gara on Zagara. Hard playing Garrosh again. Link on the Ana. And Izuma is going to be your Orphea. Orphea has made her way into the game. Well, you know what? I gotta say, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Probius, it still is more unique drafts than Hanzo Genji. Someone wake up Cat Peach. It's early. it's way too early. I bet if you tried to wake up Cat Peach, you'd be like, oh yeah, cool, well, whatever. Someone should be waking up Big Scary Duck for the Orphea game. Either way, we're here, ready to go. We got the endpoint for the Orphea level 1 upgrade. Probius is going to go into the Warp Resonance. We'll see Carapace build for our Anubrak as he does go into the Nerubian Armor level 1 for that extra spell armor. He now has 65 spell armor when he activates it. Just got hit by a body grenade from Ana. Lost any sort of healing incoming healing, there you go. Reduced by 100% for 1.75 seconds. Body grenade level 1 was picked up as well. Hitting enemy heroes with body grenade increases its damage and healing by 30% to heroes hit. Dauntless Urel. We've got corpse feeders for our Zagara. Pretty standard stuff. Pretty standard stuff. We got odds on the gamble. Thank you, chat. Much appreciated. Probius holds down bottom. We got Blaze over in the top lane. Li Ming continuing to throw at some magic missiles. Chastise from Anduin does connect onto Garrosh. There's a toss from him into the Anubrak, and that'll be the end of that engagement there. Lord Hakos, thank you for the tier 1 for, or excuse me, thank you for the tier 2 for 18 months. Appreciate that greatly. Resend your alert outside of game. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello there. There you go, Lord Hakos. Well done. Well done. Nice Indomitable from Garrosh right there. The Dragonite Savage Charge goes through, but no displacement onto Garrosh. First Dragonite's going to get some poke damage onto the fort front gate. It's actually going to get a little bit more than some poke damage. Sub Lazy Hydra, thanks for racing against me last night. Congratulations on your last. Yep. Last pick Probius. Map number 1, by the way, was 8 minutes and 30-something seconds. We do have that Aegis of Light for the Urel. So, 40 armor for 5 seconds. We'll probably see the other Avenging Rat Talon at level 7 for the cooldown reduction. It's pretty common of a combo. Also, Lazy Hydra just in time for some gambles. You might miss it. There is a slight delay, but if you'd like to make a Twitch prediction, you still got time, chat. Splice trying to get out of here. Orphea continues to poke out a little bit onto the enemies in top lane. Is this Meta Madness rules? No. Not to my knowledge. Oh, wait. Yeah, it can't be Meta Madness, because Garrosh was played at map number 1. I was like 99% sure it wasn't, but then I doubted myself. But no, I mean, Anduin, Garrosh, Li Ming, those were all played at map number 1. Blaze was played at map number 1. So this is Heroes of Storm the way it was meant to be played. And we got a Divine Steed level 7. Interesting. Okay, so no cooldown reduction.
It won't be long before the
Still getting that
shrines are
mount
ready
speed
for the taking.
increase. Burrow Charge misses the Orphea completely. As a Righteous Hammer from Uriel pushing people around. Second objective phase up and available. We got some PVZ in the bottom lane. As Probius continues to build additional pylons. Zagara spreading that creep. Orphea not respecting the 1v1. 10 Talontiers are almost here, so let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers.
Avenge my
Mind-numbing agent as well for that Ana at level 10, or level 4. Oh my god, level 7, there we go. All the levels. All the levels but the right one. Uriel interrupts the channel on the Dragonite. Sorry, I was reading Crush's message. What? What are you telling me that you play a best of 7 and you want to play Uriel every single game? That sounds like a blast to me. Tens are almost here. We have first kill for the side of Big Black Cats. And the Anduin will respawn here in a moment. Garrosh getting a little bit low, but he will not fall. 10 talents here to the left-hand side first. Devouring Maw, Eternal Feast. We've got Nana Boost, Warlord's Challenge, and Uriel? Sacred Ground game? It's been popping up more and more since the changes. Null Gate for our Probius. Light Bomb, of course. Wave of Force. We've got a Cocoon and Bunker for Blaze. As Uriel does go Dauntless level 10. Huge Devouring Maw saves the Garrosh right there. That Devouring Maw, nicely done from Zagara. No Dragonite channel potential. There was for a moment. Orphea rotates to top lane. Blaze finds the Jet Propulsion. Pops his Pyromania. Tries to back away. Eternal Feast gets 1 tick. Actually, it doesn't get any because Blaze pops his bunker and he's able to get to safety. Link taken down. Nicely done from a Nubrak. There was the Null Gate from Probius from the bottom lane camp. Zagara with a few Banelings thrown in over here. Play Johanna a 3rd time and you don't get to pick an ult. Oh, goodbye, Orphea. Oh, I mean, if you want to play 17 games of Uriel, go for it. I'm not gonna yuck yums. But on the casting side of things, it's nice to see variety. That's the duality of it. Are you having fun playing your 30th game of Uriel? Keep having fun playing Uriel. But it's nice to see a little bit of spice, a little variety in our games. You know, sometimes you just take Zul Jin instead of Vala. Or Greymane. Either way, 13s are almost here. We've got 7 stacks for Orphea's level 7. Currently 4 stacks on that Bile Drop for Zagara. 8 stacks on the Warp Resonance for Probius. And our second Dragonite is still being contested here between top and bottom. Probius setting up his best defenses in bottom lane. Meanwhile, Yrel holds top. Trying to get that Sunshrine back. Ana floating around here on the left-hand side. Possible Dragonite to the members of Big Black Cat. Because we do have this camp over here finished up by Li Ming. Nubrak kind of floating around between mid and top area. Blaze gets that Sunshrine back again. Divine Star doesn't get the dismount onto Garrosh. As Li Ming clears out the mid lane wave. Alrighty, well, either way. Nice collision in top lane onto Splice. Heals up off of Blaze immediately. I'll go ahead and throw an Oil Stick down, get that ignited, heal up a nice chunk of HP. Collision course levels 13. Pushes Splice's bar down just a little bit. There was some self-healing in the lane as well. A real esports hero picking Probius for the people, yeah. We need more of that. Cocoon onto the Orphea. Nubrak setting up for some body blocks. Chastise from the Anduin comes through just in time. Wonderfully done. Third kill over to the side of Balbi Kotick Fan Club. Dragonite is available to the blue squad, but I think they're about to lose Yrel. No, they're not. Ardent Defender activates in time. Probius is going to hold that Moonshine in the bottom lane. Toss onto a Nubarak, but it's Garrosh who's the one who's in trouble here as he gets chunked quite heavily from Li Ming. Multiple heals coming out from Ana, as well as a well tap for Garrosh, and that'll be the end of that engagement. You know, if you think about it, well, no, Zagara could, like, Bile Drop onto it. I was like, if Probius gets the Infinite Null Gate, could set that up around the core for defenses if they're losing, but it doesn't seem like that's the direction they're heading right now. This doesn't seem like too bad of a map number 2 for the side of Balbi Kotick Fan Club. We'll take a look in mid. Probius was trying to get the channel here. Zagara in bottom lane will be able to Hearth out, getting the Moonshine down to 50%. Probius trying to wiggle away from some of the Orphea damage. Nubrak comes in, lands the Burrow Charge, Light Bomb to follow that up, and she is deleted. My gosh, can we take a look at this really quickly? 2,428 damage in 1.4 seconds. My gosh. My gosh, that was quite the burst into the Orphea. Nullgate goes down on the right-hand side of this fight, or the top side of this fight, actually. Bottom fort will fall. First structure to be taken down. First major structure. Jet Propulsion met by a toss from Garrosh. Nicely done. With the extra kills in hand and structure experience, we will see 16 talents here faster for the side of Balbi Kotick Fan Club. But Big Black Cats will pick up their 16s as well. See if this starts to make a difference for our blue squad. Oh, we've definitely increased the we're definitely not seeing a speed run of this second map here, as it's 12 minutes in, so we're like 1.5 times our last map duration. Nullgate from the Probius slows down the Orphea, but there's no other dive into her. The second Dragonite still being contested. Nubrak chilling in mid. Maybe he can get the channel here. Doesn't look like there'll be anyone to interrupt, and no one should be able to get to the Moonshine in time. Nicely done, and Nubrak gets that. Probably see the mid lane fort going down. That'd be my best guess. Savage Charge will displace the Orphea. We got Blaze pushing up top, so all outer layers should be peeled away. Oh, Dragonite with another Flame Breath. Okay, Nubrak just trying to get to a safe position. Savage Charge attempted, and Nubrak still will be able to break out of this just fine. Top lane fort is going to be going down to Blaze. Meanwhile, all the way down here in bottom lane, there's the Siege Giants being pushed up by a few allied members. Zagara trying to chase down the Probius. Leap of Faith is going to be denied by a Devouring Maw, but still, Zagara took a whole heckload of damage. Blink in from Li Ming. Indomitable activated by this Garrosh, and so he's not going to be stunned out. Does take the damage. Urel inside the cocoon. Ardent Defender immediately activated when she pops out. Warlord's Challenge answered back into Blaze, and Nano boost onto the Sagara. She's trying to find some damage onto the enemies for a kill, but it's just not working out for the side of Big Black Cats. Nubrak looking for the burrow, lands it onto Orphea. Bile Drop finished out by Zagara. Garrosh getting low. Warp Resonance from Probius finished out as well as the Worker Rush is activated, trying to chase down some enemies. Here comes Urel with a Righteous Hammer, bops a Nubrak into death. And now Anduin throwing out some Divine Stars to heal up a little bit. Does have that Speed of Pious, I do believe. Oh no, that's the Boots of Lion enchant speed. That's what's giving him the movement speed. Gain 5% movement speed. This bonus is quadrupled when Leap of Faith's cooldown is available. Allies pulled by Leap of Faith are healed for 590 health over 4 seconds.
Power gathers within the shrines.
Well, half a level to go for level 20. On the right-hand side, 5-2 in kills. A level lead for Bobby Kotick Fan Club. We're looking to continue their way on through this bracket. It is a double elimination playoff, not playoff, qualifier bracket. So the losing team will still have some games to play.
There must always be
Some opportunities to qualify for the main event happening on the weekend of the 20th and 21st. And as a reminder, the weekend of the Sunday the 28th, I will be trying to organize a small bingo tournament. A little 5-map series with some lovely humans. 20 talents here on the right-hand side. Rewind for a Nubrak. We've got the shoot 'em up for our Probius. Enemy heroes hit by Disruption Pulse take a bonus 2.5% of their maximum health as damage. Reduce the cooldown passively of Disruption Pulse by 0.5 seconds. You got Censure as well as Repulsion for Li Ming, and then also the Burn Notice on Blaze. Oh, Urel trying not to use our Defender here. Able to get away with a little bit of HP. Warlord Challenge onto the Blaze, a Sleep Dart as well. Invasion of the Siege Giant camp will be claimed by Bobby Kotick Fan Club. Top lane wave is crashing onto the keep front gate. Dragon Knight's available. If anyone can go for the channel, Urel's going to be able to interrupt this. Li Ming won't get this in time. Probius starts the camp on the right-hand side. A little bit of experience left to get to that level 20 for our left side team. Seraphim, Pact Instincts, we've got Titanic Might, as well as the Nano Infusion. Oh, what's Orphea going to go at level 20? Oh, Light Bomb from the Anduin. They're looking at Urel here. She gets the Ardent Defender, heals up to nearly full HP. Righteous Hammer into the sidewall. Blaze is going to pop his Pyromania. Nano boost onto the Orphea as the Warlord's Challenge comes through. And Blaze does go down. Nubrak burrowing in. They're looking to trade here. Very low Garrosh, almost giving a reset over to Tobos the Li Ming. Cocoon onto Orphea does connect. Nice displacement from Urel. Orphea's going to finish out at level 7. Probius devouring Maud as the Nubrak tries to pop the rewind. He does pop the rewind. He's trying to look for the reset for Li Ming. No kill onto Zagara as they almost take down Orphea. A lot of almosts in this battle, but no major achievements for Bobby Kotick Fan Club. It's too damn early. You're telling me, dude. I've been up since 5. Whoa! That Garrosh health bar just got absolutely annihilated. What? 3,365 damage in 1.1 seconds. Wow-wee! Alright. Nubrak Bro goes in with the Light Bomb, lands that splash. Burrow Charge. Is that the epicenter? It does. It does give that extra splash area, because I keep seeing the Nubrak Burrow Charge, I'm like, that's not going to hit. And then it does, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, Epicenter 16, right. How's the DLC for you, Cav? I saw you streaming late last night. Urel goes in with an Avenging Wrath Righteous Hammer. Nubrak answers back with a Burrow Charge. No Ardent Defender for 22 seconds, and Li Ming gets another reset. Oh, it's all falling apart here on the side of Big Black Cat. Big Black Cats, excuse me. Cigar went fishing with a Devouring Maw, couldn't find anyone with that. Dragonite is grabbed by the Blaze. Cocoon onto Garrosh, and they don't even care about getting the kill. Or maybe do they? No, they do. Indomitable will be activated. Dragonite almost here. 1 second on the Orphea Death Timer. 29 on the Urel. Oopsie, sorry, wrong button. Breck burrowing in, once again landing onto the Orphea. She just respawned. He pops the rewind. And this is looking pretty promising for Bobby Kotick fan club, as they will chase down the Garrosh on the low side of our screen. Anduin does go down to the Zagara, but the Dragonite still getting tons of value here. And this is looking like it's going to be a 2-0 series for the side of Bobby Kotick fan club. They move on through the upper bracket. GG. Well played. They didn't name it Epic Enter for no reason? Huh? What's up, John? But it's Epicenter. But it's Epicenter. I don't know. What are you even talking about?